Hey, what is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Antifa coming back to Coeur d'Alene. Some say it's a rumor, some say it's happening. I've seen the tweets personally calling for Antifa to come to Coeur d'Alene on June 11th. If you guys are new to the channel, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell notification, because we will be going live June 11th, downtown Coeur d'Alene, to show you guys what is taking place in this town. A lesson nationwide. But here's what's happening. June 11th was slated to be Gun d'Alene. Gun d'Alene was an event that took place in Coeur d'Alene, Idaho 2 years ago, where Antifa was busy roaming the streets with BLM, burning down buildings, breaking statues across the nation, and police and the standing regime were allowing it to take place, rioting, looting, the burning of private property, the destruction of private property. You guys remember the Summer of Love. You know what I'm talking about. And that stuff was taking place over in Spokane, Washington, the big city just to the west of us. And when the target became Coeur d'Alene, rumors spreading that Antifa was deciding to come to Coeur d'Alene to do the same. Droves of patriots turned out to say, nah, nah, not today, Antifa.
Hey, nah, nah, not today, Antifa.
And that is now the celebration known as Gun d'Alene, where Antifa decided to not show up. Not a window was broken, no fires were lit. I think there was one arrest for an egging. Someone threw an egg at someone. That's it. Thousands of patriots armed to the teeth, and one person goes to jail for throwing an egg. Crazy. So June 11th was slated to be the Gun d'Alene celebration. It is now an annual event in Coeur d'Alene where patriots show up and hang out with their guns. On this June 11th coming up, guys, there happens to be a coexisting event taking place in the park just down from the park slated for Gun d'Alene. The event taking place is a Pride Day and a drag show that is being geared towards children. So after the event organizers making a video and one of their members misspeaking on camera, they basically said, don't quote me, but he basically said, we're gonna go down there, we're gonna stop them, we're gonna go head to head with these people. Now this is the video that circulated. This is the video that called for the response and a nationwide call out for Antifa to come to Coeur d'Alene and protect the gay rights event that's taking place, the Pride in the Park event that is taking place. So that's a summary of the situation, guys. You basically have these two parties. You have the patriots trying to celebrate their annual event, with the Pride Day in the park deciding to have their event on the same day as well. And it has created this boiling pot in this town. Now tensions are high for this event because people have had so long to plan for it, prepare for it. And when I say people, I mean everyone. Patriots in this town, the feds in this town, local law enforcement in this town, Antifa, not in this town, the gay and lesbian community in this town. I don't know where drag is at in that spectrum of life, but there's now this drag dance show where they're calling for children to come. They're targeting children in Coeur d'Alene. I don't know what the deal is in Coeur d'Alene specifically, but they've got some reading events as well where they're asking for children between the ages of 8 and 10 to come sit on this dude's lap, dressed as a woman, their version of a woman, I guess. And this is the story time. This is what they want to do with their lives, is target children. which is odd and perverted. So, heated tensions, guys. There is the event in McEwen Park for the Patriots. There is the event Pride Day in the other park, which is about a half a mile away. They're not that far from each other, very much in walking distance. And on top of that, there are large masses of Christians from around the area who are coming specifically to protest and pray over the event that is taking place in the Pride Park, the Pride in the Park event thing. So there are multiple groups, many agendas, heated topics. Anytime you're trying to mess with children, people get passionate about it. Most people are parents, and they don't see the targeting of children as an acceptable tactic of anyone's lifestyle. And on top of that, there's a lot of local businesses that are sponsoring this event. There's a lot of local groups that are sponsoring this event. Very surprising as to see how many of these groups are actually taxpayer funded. The public library is one of them. ISP is one of them. I don't know how that works out. ISP is Idaho State Police. Allegedly. There's been lists of all the sponsors to the event, and there's also rumors that a lot of these, or a couple of these lists circulating are they're fraudulent. They're not legit, because many of them are showing local Catholic churches, local Lutheran churches, local churches in the area that are supporting this event financially, as well as some banks. They're supporting it financially, as well as the Satanic Temple of Idaho. So the Satanic Temple has been focused on Coeur d'Alene here in the last little bit. They've been trying to get prayer removed from city council meetings at the beginning of the meetings, which is an age-old tradition in this country because we are a Christian nation. They're working on that. I'm not sure how that vote turned out. It wouldn't surprise me if they voted to go with that, because they were scared that the Satanic Temple was going to file a lawsuit against them for praying before city council meetings. It is no surprise, guys, that there is an infiltration of the satanic into the nation, specifically into this very conservative area. So when you lump all of these things together, Pride in the Park, drag queens targeting children, and the involvement of the Satanic Temple, as well as the local government supporting it, you can imagine that Christian patriots around this area are invested in this day. They're invested in this event, and there's a lot of tension around this thing. So for you guys who are planning on attending this thing, there are multiple agendas at play here, guys. It's not going to be just a friendly parade and a friendly this and a friendly that. There are people who are coming who are pissed off. There are people who are coming who are looking for violence. There are people who are coming who aren't going to respect someone's right to exercise their free speech, their First Amendment, on both sides, mind you. It's not one way. Whether you agree with Pride in the Park or not, they certainly have the right to do it. Where that line gets crossed is sexual immorality targeted towards children. There is an Idaho code for that. It is against the law. So many people are feeling called to go down to this. Many Christians are going down to this. There is going to be a very large showing of Christians. Estimated numbers to this event is multiple thousands of people. Downtown Coeur d'Alene, Gundalane, was an organic collective of over 1,000 armed patriots alone. This event has people flying in from around the nation. This event has people coming in from other states, trucking in, bussing in, There will be multiple thousands of people at this event, estimated numbers. So be aware, ladies and gentlemen, there will be people well armed, very well armed, heavily armed at this event. Law enforcement will be heavy in their presence. And just so you guys know, law enforcement will have overwatch. They will have snipers up on buildings. They will have snipers in the CDA parking garage at the resort, because they did it last time. They'll do it again. They will put men with rifles up overwatching all of the people down below in the park. The potential for this thing to get out of hand is extremely likely. It's very high. Just like we've seen in other parts of the US where Antifa has come to town, it usually leads to riots and stuff getting broken and fires being started and people getting hurt, people getting shot, people getting killed. So don't take this event lightly. Don't think this is just going to be a stroll in the park. If you have kids and you're planning on attending this event, I wouldn't. In fact, I'm not. My family's not going to be anywhere near this event. If you're taking kids in the park, you might want to rethink it. That's a friendly warning from me. But that is it, guys. That is a recap of the event. We will be going live. I will be down there to show people what is taking place. I think it is important that people understand the agendas that are being executed in their small town. A small conservative town like Coeur d'Alene is heavily infiltrated by this perversion that is taking place in targeting children. And I personally am going down there to document it so that people are very aware of what's taking place. Because it is the inactivity of conservative people in this area that allows this stuff to take a foothold. And so I will be down there supporting the Christians down in that area, adding one more Christian to the body in that area, and showing you guys at home what is taking place. That's my goal. That's my agenda. That's why I'm going down there. Some people have asked, is it worth it with the potential of violence? I absolutely think it's worth it with the potential of violence. We do not know which day and time the Lord calls us home. And if June 11th is that day for many people, I think most people going down there accept that. But it's not something to fear. It's not something to be afraid of. And being afraid to go down there because you are afraid is the wrong way of going about it. You should not live your life in fear in any capacity. So that's why I'll be going down. Guys, hit that subscribe button like I said. Hit that bell notification. We will be going live multiple times throughout the day to show you guys everything and documenting everything, because it is so important to have on video evidence of what is taking place so that nobody can control the narrative when you have video evidence of what has happened, who the aggressors were, who committed violence, who committed crimes. Video camera doesn't lie. And that is a part I play. That is a role that I play, and I will be going down there. I will see you guys down there June 11th. Come by, say hi. Do not hug me.